Hello everybody, I'm Neko and I'm back with another speed paint, and this time I'm drawing the A86 Hachiroku in Takumi for the Hachiroku Day on August. And again, same thing with the ARC 7-day painting. It's a yearly traditional thing, so I don't think I need to explain why I do these paintings because I feel like I explained that last year and I also explained that last month. So let's just jump right into it. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting more speed paints to come out in between the times, but like a lot of stuff popped up in between, and I just couldn't really fit in the time to finish the illustration that I had planned for speed paints. So like, my posting times is a little bit scarce, but this is nothing much you can do. It's too much stuff's going on. It just, this is blah. But let's just jump into the speed paint. I don't really want to delay it because it's really not much I can talk about. So, first things first, I would like to mention that this is the Hachiroku painting, and this one really kicked my butt, my nards, my uterus, my shins, anything that hurt me as like a human being, it hurt me. It hurt me. It hurt me. There were like so many fix-ups that I had to do throughout this whole painting. And I think you could probably see this during the speed paint. It was this, I don't know why. I don't understand why it's always this card that gives me a hard time, because like no matter how you look at it, it's a very simple design. It's very simple. It doesn't have like a really wacky type body shape like many cars that came out during this time. Like every time I approach these, I always expect the ARC 7 day to take me a lot longer, because the ARC 7, to be honest, has a very unique body shape, and it's kind of awkward to draw because it's kind of curvy and it's, it has all of its like features. So I'm always expecting I'm going to struggle with that one the most. However, every year I'm always painfully reminded that that is not the case. The case is that the Hachiroku always gives me a harder time. I don't know why. It's a really boxy shaped car that is just, it's a very boxy shaped car. It's the shape of it is not that difficult to draw, but yet I keep struggling with it. I kept on struggling with it. It's always the bonnet. It's always the bonnet. That's always the part that gives me the hardest time, and I just, maybe because like I have like, I care about this car that I give myself such a hard time. I don't know if it's my perfectionism or maybe this is something. But oh my gosh, every year is the same thing. I always be like, okay, I have this under the bag. It's the Hachiroku. I can do this. I can do it. And then in the 50 plus hour of this painting, I struggle. And I'm just like, oh my god, I underestimated. Yeah. And it was fun, but boy was it stressful. I'm just gonna move on to like my purpose of this painting, because if I keep going on about how I struggle, I would go on for another 20 minutes. I could, but I don't really want to. So onto like the mood of the painting. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have really much of a deep thought. I was more focused on like the atmospheric aspect of this painting. Like I didn't have much of a story like I did last month with Keisuke. I was just like mostly thinking like the moodiness of the piece, because like I don't really need Takumi to stand out. Like it's not really a big focus on me, because like Takumi's not really the type of character that wants to stand out, and I feel like even if he doesn't try, he always somehow does. So for like the viewer to gradually move to Takumi, to me that feels fitting. That feels like something that he would want to happen, or like not want to happen, it's more like it just naturally does happen, right? So like if your focus moves from the Hatsudoku to maybe like Takumi for like 1 second or two, I'm not that upset about it. But I did add some little bits of like a little bit stored styling in Takumi as well, not only just the Hatsudoku in the background. I also included the car key this time. Like I just wanted this painting to feel like that you're about to go on a drive or something like that. Like, you know, the feeling that you're just heading to your car with your key, maybe you're jingling it around, and maybe there's something like, you know, maybe you might notice something, which is why I have to come be looking down. Like in the original idea, actually not the original idea, but my second idea, I thought about like painting the leaf like flowing on the foreground of the painting, but at some point I got annoyed and I was just like, I felt like this leaf is not even needed. It's just a little bit too much detail, so I got rid of that at some point. So yeah, as always, I wanted this to have like a summer feel because it's, you know, Hachiroku Days on August, which is, I mean, it's near the end of the summers, but you know, it's hot, very hot. So I just want to translate that into this illustration, and yeah, I'm very satisfied. Everything that I tried, I'm very satisfied with this painting. As always, I'm glad I could see it, because like, oh god, it fought me so much. This painting fought me, and I feel like I won the fight. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. So I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye! there's no bloopers this time. I somehow succeeded to make only one take for this voiceover, which is great, but no funny bloopers in the end of this video. Yeah.